So for brewing today, we're going to use the strain called Damu, 64 ounces of water. There's roughly 2/3 of a cup of powder in here. And then we've also got a strainer bag, which is kind of like cheesecloth. It's really important that you use this. That way when you're brewing, you're not keeping all of the root in the tea once it's finished. Boom. Now, cool thing about Kava is the taste is very unique. Technically, it's the root of a pepper plant. So when you drink Kava, it's going to have a little bit of a peppery taste. When you smell it, it smells earthy, grassy, a little bit peppery. And I also want to bring you in here close to show you what the powder sort of looks like. You can see that some of it's powdered, and you can see there's still chunks. There's chunks of what was root material. Because at the end of the day, when you're brewing Kava, you're only using the root that grows beneath the soil. So it has a little bit of a textured appeal. It's not a super fine powder like other botanical products will be. You put your Kava into the strainer bag, and you're not going to pour all your water in immediately. You're going to start off with just a little bit. Again, it's 64 ounces. Pour it into the bowl. This is called a Tanoa. This is a non-ceremonial grade Tanoa. It's just a plastic replica. Sort of saturate the Kava while it's in this cheesecloth here. Get it a little bit moist and wet. And basically, in order to brew this, there's no special science. You're just going to wrestle the Kava lactones out of the root material. If you've watched some of my previous videos, I have talked about what Kava lactones are. They are the plant medicines or alkaloids within the Kava plant. Most alkaloids that we know of, some of them are very commonplace. This strain here called Damu comes from a small part of the island, one of the islands of Fiji, called Savu. In common practice here in the United States, brewing is usually done in the kitchen and in a much less social setting. When you brew, you don't want to use hot water. Please don't use hot water. Kava is best brewed with room temperature or cool water. The cooler, the better for flavor because it sort of numbs your taste buds. I think we're about done. We've wrestled about as much of the Kava lactones as possibly can. You see the strainer bag here. You want to squeeze everything out. And you got some grade A primo mud water here, ladies and gentlemen. Not bad.